Israelites is a lot of his inheritance. He choose them. He favored them. He loved them. Not these other nations. These other nations is spit. It's like nothing. It's like a drop that fallen from a vessel. That come like you have a bucket of water and one little tiny drop fall out of the bucket. You gonna study that drop? You ain't studying that drop. You have a big bucket of water already here. You're not gonna study that tiny drop. You ain't studying that. That is how the Lord referred these nations as nothing. So dealing with Israel, go ahead.
In the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 54. And I say, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. So you know they just say that. There's one flesh, you cut me and you cut you, we all bleed red. And we all come from Adam. Right? That's what it does say. Verse 56, it say, as for the other people, right, because it already say, because thou, it say, and the people also whom thou hast chosen, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. So it say the people who the Lord choose. Who the Lord choose? It's Israel the Most High choose. Throughout the entire scriptures, they see is the Lord choose Israel. You read the book of Revelation, I believe it to be 14 or chapter 7. It says 12,000 from each tribe of the children of Israel. And when I was in school, you know, I remember it was a Catholic school or whatever, and I asked, they used to bring like their teachers to teach me the Bible and thing, and I asked them about that. And he said, don't worry about that, it's a spiritual Israel. And that we're talking about here is everybody taking on the spirit of an Israelite, but that's madness. A lion can say he's a zebra can say he's a dog. You are what you are. You understand? Whether he is an Israelite or he is not. So it say, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. It say, as for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and as like unto the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. So it's showing you here that what? These other nations be like unto spittle. That was spittle is spit. As the brother say, unto a drop that falleth from a bucket. If you walk in with a bucket, water does fall out. You didn't study the water. Because you have a whole bucket of, you have real water in this bucket still. You can study that drops that fall.
And they just show that even the so-called white man, these Jewish people these Khazars and them who in the land of Israel today, them don't say, all our way spiritual. Them don't say all our way spiritual Israelites. Because them know you have to be a direct descendant through bloodline. You can't convert into an Israelite. That is why, if you're born in that land, you doesn't get that nationality. Because they say you have to be a descendant of them. And the true Jews. But them is really not the true Jews. You is the true Jews. We are the descendants of Jacob. We are the Israelites. Right? But them just say, you have to be from, bloodline. You have to be, born into this. Right? But guess what? And the outside the teacher, yes, you can convert into Israelite, whoever the piece is. But all this part of the so-called white man, they were just profit on. But if you go to tell the people the truth, that salvation is not for the East Indians, salvation is not for the Arabs, salvation is not for the Africans, salvation is not for the Chinese, salvation is not for the Japanese. He going and lost gain, he going and lost profit. Because he made all nations drink the wine of fornication. Watch it today. These East Indians them leaving their power, leaving their God, their idols, because people say the gods of the nations are idols. A lot of them leaving their religion. And you see a lot of East Indians in Christianity today. Check it out for yourself. A lot of East Indians today you see them in Christianity. Right? So if you're the so-called white, I'm going to tell you the truth, salvation is not for you, Salvation is for the same nigga. See that nigga walking down the street there? Where you say he's a nigga and he's good for nothing? Salvation is for that man. Salvation is not for you. So if you go to tell the truth, they say salvation not for you. If you like want to make more fine and tithe and give, donations to the church, knowing that why are you doing this for? And I going into slavery. Why give it my but I live my life and live it to the best here now. And that's what these nations them supposed to be doing right now. Maxing out the credit card, living it up because it coming to an end. The Lord coming to pull the contract. They get a temporary contract to rule, and the Lord coming to pass up to that. He coming to pull the contract here now. That's the day. Because if you check out each captivity from back then, it had a beginning and it had an end. From the Babylonians, the Assyrians, you know, all these captivity had a beginning and had an end. This is the last captivity here. We no longer going into slavery again. This is it here. The Lord had numbered the days of the so-called white man. He had set that bounds that he cannot cross over. Right? He's gonna be perished, he's gonna die. Right? These things is word of Yahweh Hashem Yeshua. These things is prophecy, these things to come. And that way it makes the Bible so great. That way it makes it, you know, it greater than all these other books it have. The Bhagavad Gita, you know, the Quran, all these books. Them books do have prophecy. This are prophecy. What we see actually happening today. What was spoken from ancient time. We see it happening now. Right? Because that's some of our parents that just say, well, my father was waiting for that same thing, But what the scripture say? Have this been done in the days of your father? Back then, my father wasn't talking about the RFID chip, the microchip. But we see it in real days. Yeah. It wasn't in the days of our father. But we see it happening in real time and latter times here now. So we know the prophecy is true. Salvation right there, throw stone away. And now the time to renew our mind. One more read, to bring it back out, Wisdom of Solomon 9 verse 18. He said, for so the ways of them which live on the earth were taught the things pleasing unto the Heavenly Father, and was saved through wisdom. And this is how we're going to be saved through that wisdom, through that understanding. To please your Hashem Yeshua, because we just talk about the same man who had brought these plagues upon us, going to bring us everlasting joy, salvation. He's going to take us out of it. We can't deliver ourselves. We cannot deliver ourselves out of this bondage here, this captivity here. The same man coming here, and the same man coming to take us out. We can't deliver ourselves. Can't go to make war with the so-called white man. He was blessed with his sword, he had lasers and all kind of things here right now. Can't fight no war with him. We need our power. We have to use our gift. And our gift is pray and serve Yahweh Hashem Yeshua. That's what the Lord said he's going to use Israel. He said Israel is his battle axe, his weapons of war. And then he's going to destroy the nation. Go ahead.
In the book of Isaiah chapter 10 verse 5, it says, O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger and the staff in the hand is mine indignation.
Yeah, like the Lord indignation.
Other nations.
The Lord used the so-called white man to cut the ass when we transgress his laws. But when you read in the book of Deuteronomy, he says he's going to send a nation from far, from the end of the earth, to come to deal with me. Yeah, and there we shall be sold unto our enemies, for slave men and slave women. And we were sold. Right? But guess what? He shall take the bait. He gets set up. He touched the apple of the most eyes. He take the bait. Come like he commit suicide. And when these nations went to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in them are all going and doing the judgment. Who pressing and touching the Lord's anointed, which are the children of Israel. The same men who they call nigger, and Africans, and wetbacks, and monkeys. They're going to bow to that same man. They're going to worship before our feet. They're going to lick the dust from our feet. All these nations there. When you look at it today, watch all these nations. What do suffering have? Right? And it's not their God with them nothing. It's not their idols with them nothing. It's our power. Put them there. To vex you.
Jealous.
Correct? But when you watch to see what these other nations are, what these Syrians them have, and what these other nations them have, driving the best car, living in the fatness of the guess houses. But if we return our God, why we ain't possessing that inheritance, boy? Because of our transgression, because of our sin.
The other precept of faith say, in 2 Corinthians 6 verse 57, it says, "And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. But we thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure?" So just as the brother say, these people are reputed as nothing. The Lord called them nothing. So you know they say, well, we preaching here to whatever, but the Lord said that they are nothing. Yet the ones that are nothing are lords over us, who are something, who are gods. The scripture say, ye are gods. It's not written in the book of the Lord that ye are gods. Israel is God. You look up Israel, means prince of the power. You understand? And yeah, we are the princes of power, sons of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And so and here we is being oppressed by nothing. You understand? And that's why the Lord you have to show me, you know, to turn from me disobedience.
Dogs come past me.
Yeah.
Dogs, Indians name is dog. Right? You think them love you? You think these Indians love you? None of these nations love you. And then enmity with more time. Them hate your power. If you never love you, all of them who like to pretend and lie and drink. In the mind, hey, you nigga this, you nigga that. The scripture say that. I have these Indians, you know, as family members. And that's how that mindset of them, all the hater. Same as the so-called white manipulation. You think all your boss, all your working for love, all you feel like that Israelite man running a business. That's all your oppressor. That these leaders and them. Right? Now when you watch your payslip, seeing all these deductions, all these taxes, all these things, they come like you working for nothing. Right? You get paid today and broke tomorrow. Right? The so-called white man, these other nations will not give you thing to elevate for you to rise over them. No. They just gave that enough, that little bit to know hey, you had to come back. But you really can't do much with it. See if they have guys, right? You can't do much with it. A man ever tell you money. But like you get paid for that far now. When you get paid Friday going by, you broken already.
In the book of Haggai, in chapter 1 verse 6, it says, "Ye have sown much and bringing little."
Yeah, or you sown much, or you working 12 hours a day, 10 hours a day, for little, for minimum wage. $17.50 an hour, $18 an hour. But what it costs a living, what the food prices, that money can't cut it. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like, you know that people, hey, watch how we just work, you know, on we job. Just work it down to the bone. You understand? They just want you to do the bare maximum. You understand? Not the bare, you know, the maximum. You understand? You have to give it your all for the company. But you ask yourself, is them, are they giving you their all? Or you could give me minimum wage and I giving you my all. So what minimum wage simply, as I always say, minimum wage just means if I could have paid you nothing, I would have. But you know I might get in trouble. So I'll give this the least possible amount I could legally give you. That is what minimum wage is. And watch how they treat you on work. You understand? Them don't care how tired you is or what you going through. Even in the freezer, right? When come out the freezer, you can't feel your lungs, you can't breathe properly. So it's hot and cold and them don't care about that. Look this morning with my hand, you understand? She didn't care about them, don't care about you. All them care about is oppressing. You understand? Here's the Haggai chapter 1 verse 6, it says, "Ye have sown much and bringing little, ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink."
Yeah, you eat, but you ain't enough. You can't do, you know, what you want to do, you know. You buy a little food here, you know, it's not, it can be any last month. It can be any last week, whole week. Go ahead.
It says, "Clothe you, but there is none warm, and he that earneth wages earn its wages to put into a bag with holes.
Come like your money fall out, come like that, no breaking it down to you. You get paid today, and like your money fall out. Your money lost. Where you gone, I get paid yesterday, right? And your money gone. Because this city was made for you to prosper. The scriptures talk about it now a place of rest. Right? The oppressive city. What's the price? What's the cost of living? You think, and they want to raise that with your money. Food prices raising, but they ain't raising your salary. Right? How they expect a man to live? Right? How they expect a boy to live? Right? But there is one way. When this economy collapse, there is one way to live. And that by serving your Basham, by turning away. One no reading wisdom of Solomon. Right? There is our wisdom. This is what's going to sustain you. This is what's going to feed you. This truth by serving the Lord. Right? Who had fed the Israelites in the wilderness? Yahweh. In a desert, he fed them. Give them water to drink. Right? The Lord has feed the birds. Greater than the birds.
So like I was breaking on that thing earlier. I tell you, when we was on lunch, I tell you, when I come to eat food, you know, right by the grass there, crumbs from my thing that I eat in was fall. And I just see the ants running and picking it up. You understand? And I marvel at that greatly because here it is the Lord feeding ants. The Lord feeding birds, as the brother said. The Lord feeding stray dogs and them. And I wish I say, and we not greater than all these. We are the Lord's people, you understand? We are greater than ants. We just had a mash our ants as it is. All of us will be killed over thousands of ants in the lifetime. And the Lord is feeding. So why he wouldn't feed us? Yeah, this precept here, as the brother was saying, you know, in these last days, when Egypt, right, which is this system collapsed, and you can't go to work, you have no job, you have no pay to collect, you have nothing of that sort. What are these people going to do, right? And then what the scripture said, Isaiah 65, verse 13, it says, therefore thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servants shall eat, but he shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but he shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but he shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy, but he shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. Because they can't go to the society, they can't go to the system again, they have no system. Economic collapse, they have no money to gain. What are they going to do? They're going to be confused. You understand? The scripture in 2 Corinthians 15 and 16 breakdown. They're going to start to kill each other. You understand? They're going to start to riot and go crazy. They're like perch, that movie, that's how they're going to be. But not we, but the elect, chosen of the Lord, they will be protected, they will eat, they will have things to drink, they will be happy. When all hell break loose, they're going to be joyful because of the work that they put in prayer.
All these things going to be taken away, money grants and food cards and all these things. Hey, soon that's not going to be in place. They're not going to give up these things in time to come here. Right? So what are they going to do? Right? And scriptures warn about they that receive the mark, the MOTD. What's going to happen to them? The saint going to drink wine and the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture. Right? They're going to be utterly wasted by receiving that. So once you put your trust in your Basham Yashai, you're going to die. You need to put your faith, your all, you need to give your all to your Basham Yashai. That's the only way you can make it out here. Without a guide, you're going to get lost. That come like you just walking and you have no compass, but you know where the east with to go. You have no guide, come like you have no light. When you're walking in darkness, you're going to trip on stone, you're going to bump and stumble on the way. But you can't see. But this is the light. This is the comforter. The word of Yahweh Shem Yashai. Then he said before we. There is the light he said before we. When Moses stopped out to choose life, choose the light. Right? Rather than death. Again, Isaiah 3:6. Yeah, now the time you gotta turn on all, you gotta turn on your light, you gotta keep your light lighted. Make sure you have oil in your lamp and always. But then the oil here, you know. You can't let the oil run out. But once you let that oil run out, and your light gone, that is a day. So you always had to do the thing pleasing unto your Hashem, right? To keep oil in your lamp. Right? To keep that wick burning. Right?
Look at Isaiah chapter 33 verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Then fear of the Lord is his treasure. So you say wisdom and knowledge shall be our stability. And these times coming, these evil times coming, these were gonna stay. This was gonna be, you know, our stability. Right? By putting trust in God, the Lord said in a man to lie. He said that any that ever put the trust in him was confounded. None. The Lord helped all of them who put the trust in him. All, every single one.
The book of Matthew, when you read the parable of the oil in Matthew 25 verse 1, it said, then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. Right? The bridegroom is Yahushua, the son of the Lord. It say, and 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. And the oil is this wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding, like oil and the fruit. It say, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, say, not so, lest there be not enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. So hey, you have 5 virgins, 5 wise, 5 unwise. The ones that were wise took the oil before the bridegroom was ready. And lazy times we in right now. Lazy time to take the oil. Lazy time to take the wisdom. Before the bridegroom, which is Yahushua, returned. But the 5 that were foolish, what they did? They put it off. They put it off, they didn't care for the oil. It didn't seem like nothing to them. And when thing bust now, the bridegroom ready, what went on with the wise? Them just light up the lamp. They had the light. They knew where to go to meet the bridegroom. But those that had no oil, what went on with them? They started confusion. Right? Because they come into the wise, in the last days, the ones that prophesy in this word and preaching this word, they will come to them looking for that oil. Because they will want to know how to survive out here. But the Lord will done shut up this wisdom. And they will be looking to and fro into this one, into that one, confused. They don't know what to do. And then the doors will be shut. Them chariots will be shut. And the righteous will already receive that salvation. And they will be left on the earth to be destroyed. There's a precept here in the book of John.
Before we start, when it had the pandemic, the COVID, what was going on in India, there was dashing away the God, Hanuman, or Lakshmi, whoever, that the God, there was breaking it, there was casting out in a river, because it didn't deliver them and it saved them from COVID. So when these disasters started to come and they pray to the idols and they see nothing happening, they're going to run to and fro. They know what to do. That's why the scripture says, for wisdom and knowledge shall be our stability in these times that come in. This is not going to keep us stable. This is not going to feed us. Right? Our wisdom to fear Yahweh from your church. He's that strong tower. That is our provider. As David said, you know, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run and take and is safe. Right? I'm going to bring on this quick. Except here we say that there's Isaiah 54 verse 40 saying, righteousness shall thou be established, and thou shalt be far from oppression. Right? For thou shalt not fear, and from terror, for it shall not come near thee. Right? So in righteousness you're going to be far from oppression. When these other lost Israelites and running helter-skelter, they know what to do. Right? The Lord says He's going to feed it. We're going to be far from that. He said even like they're going to rejoice. They're going to be merry. They're going to be glad. While the others are going to mourn. They're going to weep and mourn. right? They're gonna be like, looking for the men and them who was on Current Junction. They'll be searching for men. They'll be searching for the leg. They'll be searching for the men who they despise, the prophets who they despise. Right? Men and the Lord who they despise. I say, why what them for that? We're interested in talking about that garbage, talking about UFO coming to save you, and all kind of science fiction thing, all kind of madness, Black Star Line and thing, what kind of stuff they're talking about. Because talk about they're going to be amazed. They see the strangeness of our salvation. So far, that's what they're looking for. But they ain't looking for to see no aliens, no UFO coming to take you. They're gonna be like, hey, what the fuck? Well, the aliens taking them, they feel like they're not abducted there. And not knowing that the deliverance of the Lord. And the so-called white man actually make movies on it. When you watch that movie knowing with Nicolas Cage, they look for that movie and take that movie knowing that before the bombs hit, before the ICBMs hit, Chariot came and delivered them. Chariot came and gathered and saved them. It's the same thing they say alien, the UFO. Which are the chariots and the Heavenly Father, them are the angels. In that movie show you that. So he saw no war coming, but all people lost. Right? He saw no year short time. He aims to keep all people lost. To keep them identity hidden. But they don't teach that in school. They teach me that we Africans, they teach you that they always Hebrew Israelite boys. They teach you that. Right? But Jake said they go be in a mindset like they know it. But we old people who had we in slavery, black was selling blacks in slavery. No. It wasn't the old people selling the old people in slavery. It was Africans selling Hebrews. Africans selling the children of Israel. Read that in the book of Joel 3. They sold we unto the Grecians, them the Arabs, right? They sold we unto the so-called white. They make more. You saw that show them playing in all your face. When you watch Uncle Tom Cabot Amistad, 12 years of slavery, the show actually showing you the wickedness he do unto all you.
Selling ourselves, and then they would make movies like Roots and showing all everything. This is what I did. They me beating all the they me calling all them nigga, they me taking all the from West Africa in slave ships like lie down like sardine covered in shit and piss and vomit. I do it and he could say that and Jake not gonna do anything about it. He's literally showing them because I tell you, it's not black people, so-called black people make Roots. It's the so-called white man make them movies. And he's showing you that they were idle and he really can't do nothing about it. So niggas go watch the movie and get vexed for 5 minutes, but they're not serious. Because they're serious about redemption. Scripture says sin is a righteous thing to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. And that vengeance belongs to the Lord. So the Lord is going to have vengeance on those that did us wrong. But Jacob was there. Jacob was let bygones be bygones and forgive the so-called white man and all that. The Lord ain't dealing with that. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Scripture say that. Who lead me into captivity? So-called white man. So who can be led into captivity? The so-called white man. A balance.
What's the city mindset of what people to do? The love being oppressed, the like that slave mentality. And the scripture says Israel who born slave, why is he spoiled? Why all these kings and priests unto your good father? Why all they take up, that rule and renew back all your mind, as gods, as kings. All you want to be the same one thing so-called white man. What's our government today? What's our prime minister was speaking? Right? That he know about, to help to elevate his people. He aims to let the rich create more opportunities for we to work. Right? He want to help the small businessman. He want to help the black man. We rather help these nations, the wealthy nations, these heathens and them who in our land to do, put this land, right, to help them. So them go open companies, groceries or whatever the case for we to work in. That is the mentality of people. Right? That is the mindset of them. They don't want to rise above that. That's so massive over all these things are picked up by you. If we the churn out, why are we going through this one? Why we suffering so why? Why let me turn back to the Lord, yes, buddy, and seek for betterment. No, Jake said what Jake want to work for the minimum wage. Jake want to see these Indians and move for them. What you own in all the business today? Who they own that business as well? Who they own there? Same these Indians and these nations and oppress them really. And the Lord coming to destroy them. The Lord coming to bring them in that low state. But guess what? We people don't want to see them suffer. You know? We people want to see we own people suffer. They want to see we own people suffer. Right? They don't want to see a black man rise. No, they want to see the pale face rise, the Indian rise, the Arab rise, the African rise, the Chinese man rise. They want to see them rise and we just looking for them and gain a little money. Yeah, comfortable with that. Right? Jake, we want to be above this man. Like we all want to be below. Right? And that was from the beginning. The scripture says we have not his voice. And the Lord to do his will. He shall make us his head. And he will make all these nations clear. Right? He says, we are lent to them and them will go and lend to us. Right? But we sin against him. And he says he will make these nations them the head. And he's going to make we the tail. He said these nations going to lend to we and we shall not lend to him. He does lend to the bank. Bank does lend to you. You don't lend to the bank is lent to you. And the bank does oppress. Because they gotta pay interest. Right? Which is wickedness too. That is lending money upon usury. You know, so lend money upon usury. Like you gotta pay 20 and 100. Right?
Well, then you 50, you supposed to, if I borrow 50, I have to pay back 50. I can't borrow 50 and you ask me for 100. It work like that.
You know, and there's how the bank is increasing the riches. Oppression. And they give people love. The love oppression. They state they don't want to come out there. They don't want to come out from that mental state. The love being oppressed. The love the so-called white man, the love these nations. Right? And they're going to die alongside them. All of them that join in hands with the so-called white man want to fight in his military and all these things. Hey, they're going to be in the forefront. And the Lord going to execute his judgment. Well, you should just say that. In the book of Joel, he's going to lead them in the valley of Yehoshaphat, which is the Lord going to plead with them. In Isaiah 66, the slain of the Lord shall be many. The Lord going to come with a whirlwind and with fire, with his chariot, to render his fierce anger.
In the book of Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15 says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Yeah, the slain of the Lord shall be many. You know, they come into play. The Christians believe when the Lord come, he come in to get a rose and a hug up and say, well, you know, all good. No, the Lord is coming to set peace here.
Destroy.
Coming for destruction, coming to destroy. If you say in Matthew 10:34, the Lord coming not to set peace on earth, but a sword. That sword represents destruction. Right? The Lord coming for vengeance on what it did to him. Right? And what it did to the children of Israel. They beat our Lord. They're doing all these things. That's why he say when he comes, he's not going to meet them as a man. He's going to be in his glory. He's going to come in with the armies, the hosts of heaven. Here's who he coming with. And he coming to rain judgment. He coming to kill. Not to set peace. He coming to slew. Go ahead.
Back to what God I was saying with the slavery, like, hey, because don't want to hear these other nations going to slavery. They rather we stay, how we is right now, they rather stay this way than get some form of upgrade. They rather the society keep going. And so we go stay there at the bottom and, you know, we making ends meet and that's good enough for now and, you know, live and love and life will go on and, you know, all that kind of garbage. While these other nations continue to get richer and richer. But they what the other nations are to look for. The Isaiah 14 verse 1. It says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel. Right, so it says again, the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and the Lord will choose Israel. You hear no other nation name. The Lord will choose Israel. He will. Not he might, but he will choose Israel. And set them in their own land, right back in the land of Israel. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Verse 2, it says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So it says, we will take those that oppress us and that rule over us, we will take them and make them our slaves. The same way that this, you read in Deuteronomy 28:68, right? We were sold unto our enemies for born men and born women. We go and take them and put them into slavery. And now some people might think, hey, that know the Lord is good. They what the Lord said. You understand? The Moses is a man of balance. As I was telling you, who can pay for the hundreds of millions of lives lost? For the young children that have to watch their mothers get raped. For the young men that have to watch their fathers get broken. For the mothers that have to watch from the side of the riverbank, seeing their little baby getting eaten by an alligator. Had to wake up on a Sunday and the so-called white man tying you down for target practice. Right? Your life is a game. All that. Who can pay for that? Who really can pay for that? Only Native Americans that was killed for air. Them discovered the land. They were the ones that discovered the land. Christopher Columbus come. Meet them there. And take over the land. Put them in slavery. Kill all the buffalo so they could starve to death. All manner of wickedness. Who can pay for that? Somebody had to pay for that.
They're telling you to mourn for the queen.
Yeah.
To mourn for them. Them is the devil. Them is the wicked. Them oppress us and slaughter us. They shed blood like water around Jerusalem. Right? Until this very day. They ain't stop. They have to be the same way. Watch how they deal with Jakes out in America. Watch how they deal with Jakes out there. Right? How they're mourning so weak. Because they ain't business about you. Why we have to business about them? Why we have to mourn for sheep? Right? There's Zechariah 2 verse 12. See how the Lord shall inherit Judah, his portion, in the holy land, and shall choose Jerusalem again. The Lord going to choose Israel. So it seems salvation for the kingdom of heaven for. Right? But the Lord sent them into the promised land. Who promised land? China, Israel. Not these other nations. When you read in Maccabees, he said, plant thy people again in the holy land as Moses has spoken. So you see who going back in the land, flowing in milk and honey. The same China, Israel, the same nigger, the same East Indian, the same Native Americans, Latinos, who are the China, Israel. They going back into the land.
I'll show you too. Watch where the natives and them living. But the natives living, them was the ones that had the land first. But them living on the reservations. Right? Which is basically the ghetto. The Jake, right? The so-called black man that built America. Because they prospered on our free labor. Yeah, Jake living where? In the ghetto. Jake living in the ghetto, the natives living in the slums, in the reservations. And the so-called white man living in best and the best, all these skyscrapers up in the clouds.
They say, oh, this man's so old face and wicked. You meet our people there. Right? You oppress them. You know? You come so nice, speaking nice, and you have an intention. You have an intention, we will go and do it. But they know the so-called white man, them just do it. You know? The work iniquity on the bed, the thinking what they're going to do for tomorrow. And yet they're going and practice it, they're going and do it. So he didn't come with that intention, you know, let we live good. No, he didn't come, he didn't say that. He broke every treaty he made with them. He did that. And you take them because they was the first who was dwelling on that land. And you come and you oppress them and you take them and you put them out on the reservation. You trail our tears because it's told. Millions of them died. Walking in them snow, some of them didn't have enough good coats, you know, to keep them warm. Feed the so-called white man, they keep them business for that. And put them out on the trail of tears. We mourn for them. But why we must mourn for that harlot? Why we must mourn for the queen? And then all people go say, boy, well, they are no heart, boy. You know, it's a life lost, boy. You know, the woman died, boy. She mourn for you. She mourn for your ancestors. Them oppressing you until this very same day. Why you must love your oppressor? Why you must love them who oppressing you? You know, hey, Jake minds twisted. And that scripture say, you know, they're going to be destroyed by lack of knowledge. They reject knowledge. They reject the Lord. Right? They cleave unto these nations. Yeah, serve God and mammon. And they go with Jake's mindset. They were Jake, the mind in the gutter. You know? Choosing death rather than life. But they're going to see it. And these times they're going to see why I should have really listened to them men and them boy. They'll be running, everybody name of the Lord is again boy. Too late. Book done sealed. The Lord done God I let people and get delivered. Which was done already, that being already. You know? That's why I said not everybody that say Lord, Lord gonna be saved. You know? Anything?
But that too was edifying. Giving all praises, honor and glory to the Heavenly Father. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Give honor to the apostles and the elders that do rule well as great millstone. Peace and salutation to all you Akim out there pushing His gospel in sincerity and truth. It's shalom to the humble and sincere sisters out there as well. It's shalom.
Shalom.